Hi, I'm Karen. I'm the Regeneration Manager within Flintshire County Council, and I was responsible for the design and the development of the Shared Prosperity Fund Town Centre Investment Programme. The programme is 10 projects in total, and they were designed involving a range of stakeholders to make sure that the needs of the local areas were being met as we developed and implemented the projects. This film is designed to share the impact and benefits of the 10 projects.
My name's Jeff Dale. I'm Managing Director of Jeff Dale Auto Centres Limited, trading as locally people would know it as High Q on Station Road, Deeside, North Wales. We do anything that you need doing on your car, everything with the exception of bodywork. Since COVID, I've had nothing but support from Flintshire Council. When they approached me this year, if you were going to do your premises up, Jeff, because it's on a high street, what would you do? Well, how long's a piece of string? Because like everything else, there's stacks of things that want doing. When I gave the list to Jonathan, he was very receptive to the work that we wanted to do to improve the site and to improve the look on the high street. When you look along the high street now, Station Road, ours definitely is a standout building now. The signage was very dated, that need doing to lift the premises. The painting of the premises inside and out, but probably out of all of it, and a lot of my customers will agree, the forecourt was long overdue to get done. Night time, it's fully illuminated. The signs we've got are all backlit. So I'm 100% pleased with it, can't fault it. The reception from my customers, which is what Jeff's that's all what I'm interested in, has been nothing but positive. How professional the site looks now, so much cleaner, tidier, brighter, and that has seen a massive increase in footfall to the business as well. When they're down here, sometimes, if the car's here for a couple of hours for work to be done on it, they're going to other shops on the high street. So it's worked out for quite a few people, approximately 30% increase in business over 5 months, which is huge. On the back of the increased work, we've had to take on another member of staff as well. So again, a marked increase in business. Extremely proud of how the new centre has been received by so many people. When you see something morning after morning after morning, you take it for granted until you see the new look and you think, my God, is that what it used to look like? So really, I've put money back into the business along with Flintshire Council, but we're reaping the benefits of it, and hopefully moving forward, Flintshire Council will see that as well, as we talked about increased footfall to a high street.
I'm Dan Farrell from Full Circle Security Systems. We supply and install security systems across the board. Intruder alarms, CCTV, access control, fire alarm systems. We received support from Flintshire County Council. We've bought the building and we have had to refurbish the entire property. When we first took the building on, it was in a bit of disrepair. So we applied for a grant with Flintshire to get the building up to a good standard for our staff to function from. It used to be a restaurant, so it was a completely different industry to what we're doing ourselves. Well, when I first came into the building, it was like the backyard was like a jungle, and we needed a car park really to function from, for the engineers' vans coming in and out and picking stock up and tools and what have you. So we created an access at the back and opened it up and to put a car park in, so we've got a nice staff car park in place now. At first it was 2 separate properties, so we've had to sort of refurbish the ground floor first off, and then we went upstairs and we've created some nice office space and meeting room for us to use and to bring customers in and show them what we do and showcase the various systems that we offer. It's been great. We've been able to go that extra mile with the support. We probably would have had to hold back on certain things that we've done to the property. Things like we've rendered the outside, we've put all brand new signage up outside, and probably would have had to hold it back a little bit really and not spend as much. But with the grant funding, it's really helped us to sort of go that extra mile and make it look like it does today.
Project 2 is about creating some of the background information for future regeneration projects, things like feasibility studies, business plans, community consultations, and design work and drawings too. There have been 18 pieces of work commissioned that have then produced regeneration projects, either in progress or as a finished project.
My name is Johnny. I'm the minister here at Rivertown. The driver at the base level is to try and make it accessible so that you can wheel in off the street, if that's the way you get around. It's a right mess trying to get over steps. It's all a bit up and a down. We're up a stairs here where we're talking, so it would be good to put a lift in. When you put one lift in, you may as well put another lift in. When you put 2 lifts in, suddenly the budget already is big, so you may as well do the rest of it. And that's sort of where we've ended up, really. It's become a £2 million project just by wanting to make it accessible to everybody, so we can open our doors as widely as possible and make it a building that can be used by anybody over and over again. If we're not using the building, then what's the point of having the building? It should be worn and used, and the community should feel like it's a safe place for them to come. It is a church, but it's church with a small c, if you like. I don't think we'd be here with this large budget if we didn't think that it was achievable. But SPF, by what they've supported us to get the money on one level, but it's more than what the team have done. They've really been practical with seeing the benefit that something like this can have for the folks at Flintshire Council and for wider government officials to be able to catch that sense of what we're doing and seeing, oh yeah, we're going to support them. We're going to support them with money on one level, but we're also going to be there for advice, for help, for working through. And it's meant that we can work towards a larger fund and other funders. It gives a kind of credence to what we're trying to do. We've done lots and lots of consultation all the way along to try and find out what's wanted, you know. It becomes a kind of one-stop shop.
I'm Leah Butler, the Strategic Client Services Manager for the Give My View team at Landtech. Give My View is an engagement platform that allows public authorities or decision makers to gather the opinions from their communities and collect a wealth of data. The whole purpose is to reach more members of the communities, allowing as many people as possible to have a say on the topics that are important to them. We work with FCC on a software as a service model, where the FCC team have been trained on using Give My View software to set up and activate their surveys as and when they require it. This has meant that they have more autonomy and control within the system, while still being able to benefit from our guidance and support whenever they need it. Throughout the future plan surveys, we have worked in close collaboration with the FCC team to ensure the survey software is being used to its greatest potential and gathering the most valuable data for each of the projects. As we've built a solid relationship with the FCC team over the years, the frequent discussions and suggestions between the two parties have resulted in smooth setup and running of the surveys, and FCC building their software and consultation knowledge with each project. Using digital tools such as Give My View allows data gathering to become very easy and at a much larger scale to those more traditional methods. The digital environment is a very familiar one to a large portion of the community and therefore allows for huge numbers of people to engage in comparison to the more traditional methods. These methods we know to be very valuable in the consultation mix, but without the digital element, you are losing out on many individuals who want to be heard but are not willing, comfortable or able to engage in person, over the phone or via letters, etc.
My name's Roger. I work with an organisation called Do Well, and we've been commissioned by Flintshire County Council to have a look at Buckley Baths and see if we can get together a group of people who want to develop a sustainable future for the baths. Essentially what we've done is pick up a lot of the work that had been done already by Flintshire County Council. They held some consultation events, they created a film to generate interest and find out what people thought about the baths, and it was very clear that sort of the baths meant an awful lot to the people of Buckley. And there was quite a lot of interest in sort of seeing something happen. So we initially held a sort of an open session here at the community centre for the people who said they might be getting interested and might want to get involved. From there, I think we've got about 8 people who were keen to get involved in a sort of deeper level, with probably about another 5 or 6 people who were interested in just sort of being kept informed and being kept up to date. We've got people who've been involved in education, people involved in local businesses, people who've got regeneration, and also people who've got quite some deep links to the community. So there's a real range of skills and interests out there. And then today we've been sort of focusing a little bit, okay, so we've got this facility, what is it that you might want it to be? The existing trustees were keen to have some kind of multi-use centre, but we've got a lot of ideas kicking around at the moment, from like a multi-use centre for the community, maybe something where it's got a food offer, possibly something that sort of is a business or an incubator hub. We are keen that we don't kind of take away from what's already within Buckley as well, so there's a bit of work going on consulting with businesses about what they might want to see there as well. The SPF funding, I guess, is paid for kind of mine and my colleague Lisa's time to, I guess, host some meetings really. You kind of need somebody to pull the community together, to host the meetings, link in with people, that kind of thing. The SPF funding is also funding the legal project where we're looking at, so there's an existing limited company, what would be the best form of governance in the future for whatever is developed. So do you keep this in company? Do you develop a community interest company? So we're looking at some of the pros and cons of that. And also untangling some of the issues around the baths, because it is quite complicated. You've got the baths that's owned by the limited company, you've got the front of the building owned by the town council, you've got a sort of quite a long history of sort of different people in being involved, so there's a bit to sort of sort out around that as well.
I'm Charlotte Wilcock, the Project Development Officer responsible for Project 3, increasing green spaces. Through the project, we had a number of outputs to include 25 trees, which we have surpassed and are currently standing at 346 as part of the project. A target of 100 square metres of green space to be improved, which at the current time is 722.54 square metres, with more planned before the end of the funding period. And a target of 6 amenities, which we're currently at 8 amenities improved and developed, with more coming before the end of the project in March 2025. Included in the project, we have a range of initiatives, including urban tree planting to increase air quality improvements, biodiversity and carbon reduction. It also increases the absorption of surface water runoff in our urban areas. We've worked with local schools, primary and high school, to include urban trees for the areas, and also screens for privacy and also air quality improvements on the school grounds. We've been working with the Inter-Service Committee in Connah's Quay to develop a memorial garden to commemorate soldiers fallen during the wars, and also at the Connah's Quay docks at the Kathleen and May Heritage Centre to include planters as part of a wider development of the Heritage Centre for use for the public.
My name's Lucy Williams and I work at Fflint High School. Our school became involved in the project as we were contacted by Flintshire County Council's Regeneration team. Flintshire County Council had been awarded funding to increase urban canopy coverage within the area. This was perfect timing for our school as we'd had some trees which had fallen down and had been cut down, so it helped us replant in these areas and also extend the perimeter. This project has been really beneficial for our Eco Committee within Fflint High School. It's allowed them to see what small actions can do at a large scale, and it also helps them with planning future projects around the school, where we will be really working towards increasing biodiversity within our school environment.
Planting these trees around school have been very beneficial, especially with all the CO2 that we are emitting from cars and all the other chopping down the trees and that. It also tidies up our school, and it helps our school and as a community do our bit towards climate change. It has also helped with the wildlife and the places for them to live.
Once these trees are fully grown, if they haven't already, they will introduce biodiversity into our community, which offers a lot of learning experience when it comes to habitation and learn about all these different insects.
I'm chair and treasurer of what we call the Inter-Service, an organisation, non-for-profit. All it does is keep Connors Quay and Deeside remembering the soldiers that have fallen. Our main aim is for the Sunday Remembrance Day parade, where we all go in the Civic, then the Northup Band lead us all the way round, we march all the way round, and then when we come down here, it's unbelievable. There must be 300 to 400 people, and our memorial looked a mess. So we wanted funding to have it cleaned. I tried many funding organisations, but nothing was successful. Then I noticed on the Flintshire website they were doing a regeneration, and I didn't think we fit the criteria, but it was my last hope, and you know what? I never looked back. They are brilliant. Karen, Sian, Charlotte done wonders for us. As you can see what's happening here today, there's 30 planters, and they're putting plants in it that are forever plants. You know, they won't die off. Through the regeneration scheme, this has all been done through them. We would never have had the funds for this. What funding we had, we spent on there. This, as I say, is unbelievable. And I can't thank the regeneration team for taking us through this, giving us what we've got here. We know in years to come, this will be the sort of thing that'll keep this place going.
I'm Richard Jones. I'm Business Development and Tourism Officer for Flintshire County Council, and I've been involved with the Promotion and Engagement for Markets project, which was part of the Town Centre Improvement Programme. The aims of the project were to increase footfall and improve perceptions of the markets in Mold and Holywell. One of the biggest factors of the shared prosperity funding was that it allowed us to employ a markets and engagement officer that could work with the markets in Holywell and Mold. A big part of that role was collaborative working, delivering events in the towns, working with others such as Daniel Owen Centre, Mentir Iaith, town councils, and this was a big success. The Markets Engagement and Promotion Officer applied the varying promotional methods. With such a ranging demographics to reach with advertising, the officer made excellent use of what's been available both online and offline. Interacting with people, leaving comments on the market's social media platforms has led to new traders joining, new coach trips coming into Mold, and passing on good reviews, and this again has been a huge positive part of the project. Having DFM attend the markets last Easter not only meant entertainment on the day and a good plug for the traders, but it was a good advert for the market, which ran for a whole month on the station's platform leading up to the roadshow, and this was excellent exposure for the markets. The children's activities at the market has been a real success, and we're conscious that we need to keep drawing the families in, and the children's events have proved to help with this. The success of the character visits, Easter trails and the summer activities provided by Outside Lives, after an entertaining 50+ families a day, means we need to look at continuing, if possible, to encourage the younger generations into the markets. Working with the Traders Federation, we brought the Young Traders to Mold in 2024, and it's coming back this year in 2025 to host the finals in Mold, helping young people get a taste of trading directly to the public and providing them with a platform to promote themselves has possibly been one of the most positive outcomes of this project, to hopefully help bring in the new generation of traders and keep the markets thriving. Helping to establish a new Sunday gathering market, again, was another positive outcome, not just for the traders but also for the town itself. Bringing more footfall into the town centre on a Sunday has been a benefit for all. Continuing to build upon the good working relationships, the Markets Promotion Engagement Officer has done well to establish relationships with multiple bodies, and this is going to be key to delivering events going forward. In all, the project has been a huge success, and the Markets Promotion Engagement Officer has been pivotal to this.
My name's Andy Birch, my graffiti name is Down One. So I paint graffiti art and mural work, and I run workshops with community projects. So this is a painting that we've done with Holywell Town Council, and we're brightening up an area on an underpass in the town centre. So I've been working with young people from a local school. We've done 4 days on this project. First day we did the preparation, where we primed the walls and cleaned them and then added a masonry coat. And then after that, the day 2, 3 and 4 was the spray painting part, the fun bit that the kids have loved. So yeah, we had the young people involved, colouring in, taking their ideas and putting them onto the wall. And we've used places of local interest and historical value to Holywell Town. So we've added them as little features to the mural that people can identify with and recognise from the community.
My name's Linda Corbett. I'm the current mayor of Holywell. I'd just like to speak to you all about this amazing work that's been done. We've got the schools involved with the children, who we've been working with for the past 9 months or so with other projects. I just think it's amazing, and to have all these youths involved in it, they're so proud of what they've done. I've spoke to some of them individually, and I'm so proud of them as well for doing this, and it's just so wonderful to be a part of it all, and for all the support we've had with the staff and the council and all the other agencies within the area with bringing it all together and the children together. It's given them a sense of being and community. You know, to come out and do this for your community. Wonderful, wonderful, and they all are proud.
Initially, from my angle as a graffiti artist, it's getting young people involved in a fun project and painting graffiti in an area and in a way that is legal. They're not going to get in trouble for it. So it's taking that creative energy, channel it into the right place and the right project, and hopefully it gives them the incentive then to have a little bit of ownership and a bit of pride in the community, but also perhaps get involved with an art project that maybe they didn't think they were capable of doing before.
The overall benefit is we've got this, it's showing all our history, it's showing everything we've got all in one place. It brightens the whole area up. It's just brilliant, it really is.
I'm Hannah from Refurbs, and we are doing a lantern parade tonight. It's called Light Up Our Town, and it's to celebrate the creativity of Buckley. It's all about sustainability and to celebrate Buckley itself. So the lantern parade has been made possible thanks to the UK Shared Prosperity Fund, which has been administered by Flintshire County Council, and they've allowed us to hire an artist to create some really big feature lanterns that celebrate Buckley and represent Buckley. We've got a Buckley stag and we've got the Buckley Town Clock, which the mayor and the local councillors will be carrying, and it's enabled us to do workshops in the local community and across schools. We've visited all 3 of the local primary schools, and there's been over 400 lanterns made with the children of Buckley.
I've been to 3 schools, 3 primary schools. We had about 100 each in the schools, all the different classes, and we went to Marleyfield Nursing Home, worked with the residents there. The school came along and helped out. We went to New Dragon's Speech and Language Club in Mole to working with a group of autistic children, which was a lovely evening. And we've done quite a few workshops here as well. So overall we've worked with about 400 people in the community to get people up and going and working with sustainable lanterns. They're important because it just brings people together. It brings people to come together to have something nice, and I think the fact that we're making it out of sustainable materials and recycled goods, we've made it so that it's things you can do at home, it's things that are cheap and cheerful, and it's gonna light up hopefully and make everybody happy.
So in the parade tonight we have the local councillors and Emma Priest, the mayor. We've also got the local veterans community club, and they meet here at the Repair and Reuse Centre with cafe on once a month. We've got the local cadets, St John's, and then all the children that have been in the workshops have been invited along to come and walk in the parade as well.
Hi, I'm Henry Bliss, Senior Client Services Lead with the Give My View team at Lantec. So Give My View is an engagement platform or software that allows public authorities or any decision maker to gather opinions and data from communities, whether they're large or small. The whole purpose is to reach more members of communities that traditional forms of consultation would allow for, meaning that as many people as possible have a say on topics that are important to them. And Flintshire County Council have been using Give My View on a number of projects with us. We have been the software providers to the team, so giving them access to Give My View, training them up and making sure they have all the support they need to fully utilise Give My View to connect with their communities. This means that Flintshire are the experts and they only lean on us when they need advice, but essentially they're given the autonomy to go into the Give My View platform, build out the consultation they need, and then reach their community, getting the valuable feedback that can help their decision making. Flintshire's approach to gathering information via Give My View for placemaking has been really successful, especially in relation to if they had just used traditional methods. The first marker of this is the volume of data. So 75,000 pieces of data and pieces of feedback from really diverse members of communities is not achievable realistically with just solely face-to-face consultation. So that's the first marker. The second one is actually that it's engaging with a lot more broad members of society. So we're getting feedback from the young, from the old, from people who wouldn't typically engage. People don't have the time to engage if something was face-to-face or in an event. Give My View has been used in a very collaborative way with the Flintshire team when doing everything from a placemaking perspective. The main strategic focus of this has been building up consistent and yet still individual surveys for the different towns across Flintshire that each placemaking project is focusing upon. This collaborative approach has been a number of going back and forth between us, kind of building out the right survey and then rolling that out across different towns as and when needed.
Hello, I'm Chris Jones. I'm a place practitioner, town planner and director of Chris Jones Regeneration. We got approached by Flintshire Council to help them with the development of their placemaking plans. Working alongside fellow collaborators Robert Limbrick, we've been helping the council certainly for the last 12 months, working in Shotton, Holywell and now in Buckley. The process has worked really well from our point of view, that we've been given a whole body of documents from day one. There's a research, looking at commercial appraisals, a rich body of consultation that is both face-to-face and also digital. And that's really given us a good start. It's allowed us to sift through stuff and to try and come out with some emerging themes. Naturally, it's great to go to the towns and to see what's happening on the ground, what's working well and what needs fixing. From all of that then, we start to look at our direction of travel and working closely with Flintshire Council and with other partners, both local and strategic, we start looking at opportunities around people and place. It's been a really collaborative approach from day one. First of all, the client and us as consultants, there's been a real spirit of working together. And the key thing for us is the approach that Flintshire Council has taken with multi-partners. So the People and Places group has allowed us to go in and to use that barometer of opinion that isn't just corporate across Flintshire Council, but also with the local health board, with local town councils, with the voluntary sector, business sector. So we've had a real rich cross-section of views that has come back to us. So in all, it's been great to have played a part in this, and we wish Flintshire and their partners all the best.
I'm Lorna Lewis. I'm one of the business specialists for Save the High Street, and we are here tonight in the Flint Mountain Hotel for our awards and end of year conference to celebrate the 45 businesses who have finished the business support programme. Save the High Street is an 8-year-old business, and what we do is help and support independent businesses. We work with all sorts of traders, from butchers to cafes to gyms, pubs, you name it, everything in between, that's what we do. And what we really do is help them to grow in their business, identify areas that are going really, really well, and also help and support them in areas that aren't going well and how we can help them move forward. We also work with a lot of traders to collaborate, putting together traders group and really getting communities working together to help the high street thrive. We also help with vacant units, again getting businesses in there, getting the opportunity to try something different. So it's about really reviving the whole of the high street, creating a collaborative atmosphere and really, really igniting the passion again. So with this particular project, what we've done is we've helped 45 businesses on a business support programme. What we did with those was we did a health check at the very beginning for every single business. And with the health check, what that did was it enabled us to identify gaps in a person's business. Now that could have been things from marketing, it could have been things like website, even looking at general footfall within the business. Now every single business is completely different, so that we take the approach of what is right for the business and how to make them thrive, how to make them grow, and really just relight that fire again in their belly.
Hi, my name's Martin Evans and I'm from Nexus Creative Spaces. We're a new pop-up shop initiative in Holywell. As a pop-up shop space, we offer space to small businesses who wish to showcase their products to the local community in Holywell. So we've signed up with SaveTheHighStreet.org in conjunction with Flintshire County Council, and they've helped support us with our initiative with regards to marketing, email marketing and various other things. So we've had some great support from Joanne Arthur at SaveTheHighStreet.org, and we're looking forward to what we can do from the experience we've had with Save the High Street. So we don't just offer pop-up shops, we offer workshops for the local community. We're getting feedback from the local community, asking them what they want, what they'd like to see here. And if we can bring those things, then people will come. So it's a little bit of a community hub. So we offer workshops by the small businesses who come here for the community. So the support we've had from Save the High Street is we have a Zoom meeting every Monday morning for 8 weeks, and we would discuss in then what sort of plan of action we can introduce to raise awareness of what we're doing and through our marketing efforts as well.
My name is Kev, I'm part of K&G Chocolates and Mould, a small little chocolate shop in the Ambrose Lloyd Centre. I make chocolate predominantly here, from chocolate bars, truffles, children's chocolates, novelty chocolates, anything that's to do with chocolate really. We joined the Save the High Street, and our liaison officer was Lorna Lewis, who we found a great help to the business. How far we wanted to take it forward and the aesthetics of the shop and all that. So we started, on their advice, doing chocolate workshops, which proved very, very successful. So we're starting to do more again this year. And it's simple things like that that Lorna put to us and her team to make us move forward. Together we rebranded. We've come a long way from the branding we had to the branding we have now. That was a big, big help. We learned about computers and all that, and how to make logos, and what's going to be what we want. When we went to the closing event, we were presented with Business Development Award, which to Jill and I was a big shock, but very, very well received, so we thank you for that. Because we wouldn't have been able to do it on our own. We weren't business savvy enough to do things like this. So you do sometimes need a team behind you that have got the ideas, and it was very valid, and we're pleased we were involved.
Well, yeah, without the funding, this wouldn't have even happened. So, you know, it has been a fantastic opportunity for businesses, you know, and it's great for Flintshire Council to be able to actually put the support there for local businesses. With independent businesses as well, they can often feel lost and they just don't know the next step. So the funding has been absolutely vital in really, really helping these businesses to grow. And again, you know, getting that passion back for the business as well, and just creating the high street, you know, that vibrant atmosphere that it once was.
I'm Charlotte Wilcock, the Project Development Officer on the Regeneration team at Flintshire County Council, working on the delivery of Project 8, Communications and PR. Within the project, we had a target of 2 projects to be delivered, and we've surpassed that with 8 overall, including social media project to look at exploring Flintshire and the best bits, to highlight the benefits of the town and what's around in our local areas. an Explore Flintshire film, again to look at what's available in the local area, looking at the best bits, how the towns link to each other and also the wider areas. And also a placemaking plan film, bringing together the work of the placemaking plan for our key stakeholders so they can understand the work of placemaking and what that includes and how that benefits them and their communities. And we've also been working to deliver social media engagement so people are aware of our placemaking plan opportunities to engage with us on our digital platforms, and also of the work that's going on with our other projects in the programme.
I'm Leah Butler, the Strategic Client Services Manager for the Give My View team at Lantec. Give My View is an engagement platform that allows public authorities or decision makers to gather the opinions from their communities and collect a wealth of data. The whole purpose is to reach more members of the communities, allowing as many people as possible to have a say on the topics that are important to them. Social media activation is an important part of the process with the projects that we've been running with FCC to ensure that we can amplify the reach and speak to as many people as possible. This part of the process has always sat within our marketing team here at Give My View, and this allows for FCC to benefit from the expertise of our team so they can create ads and copy that are bespoke, relevant and familiar to the communities that we're activating in. And this helps us to maximise the engagement where possible. The FCC team have final approval of the targeting and creatives that we propose, and we will work with them to ensure that the message that they're trying to portray is done in an engaging way. The FCC team will regularly receive updates on the status and the progress of the campaigns, as this has a direct impact on the numbers of respondents that they receive. The way in which we have collaborated with FCC has been very positive. What we have found whilst working with FCC is that they really understand the impact and the benefit of a strong social media campaign, which is something that not all of our clients understand in the same way that FCC do. We've built a really strong relationship with the team at FCC, which allows for real smooth communication and collaboration across all aspects of the project, including the social media setup and activation.
I'm Meg from Animated Technologies, and we have been working with the Flintshire team on a placemaking animation to tell the general public and community stakeholders everything that placemaking is about and how all the data that's collected, information from the services, what facilities they have, all come together to inform the future plans to help better serve the community and to keep serving them over time. Within the animation, we've used really simple graphics. We've shared a diverse range of community members to make sure that people feel represented, and hopefully this helps it to connect to the audience in a really effective way to make sure that they understand what placemaking is and how it impacts them.
My name's Emily Warren. My role in this programme has been to support and monitor the 10 projects that form the Town Centre Investment Programme in Flintshire. That's been to help them make the absolute most they can with the shared prosperity funds that we've been given, and they certainly have. What's been achieved through the programme is remarkable and beyond expectations. Roughly 200 pieces of work have been undertaken, bringing more than £1.8 million of investment into Flintshire town centres. A great way to demonstrate the impact of that is through evaluation. Our evaluation project has two parts. The first is a traditional written evaluation, and the second is an evaluation film. The idea behind the film element was to bring the programme evaluation to life in a more accessible and engaging way. Our hope is that both evaluations help us to secure more regeneration funding for Flintshire and also celebrate and share what's been achieved with SPF funds over the last 2 years.
Hi there, my name is Oliver Allies. I'm Managing Director of Wave Hill. We are a social and economic research consultancy, and we have been appointed by Flintshire County Council to undertake an evaluation of their town centre investment programme. To help inform our evaluation, we've been doing a whole host of different activities. Obviously, there's a desk-based element around reviewing applications and documentation, but also primarily engaging with stakeholders, individuals that have been heavily involved in managing or delivering these projects, and of course those who have benefited from the support, recipients of grants, those that have been engaged in activities and events.
Hi, I'm Graham from Follow Films, and we have produced all of the evaluation films for the Flintshire SPF project. Our job has been to produce films with a number of businesses, projects and individuals who have received funding and support from the scheme. The aim of the film has been to celebrate the success of the project and to show how the support has benefited the people involved. I'd say our main takeaway from this is just how positive everyone's been about it, not only about how the funding has helped them, but also about how fantastic the team have been and given support right from the application stage up until the end of their project. It's really clear that the scheme has had a massive impact on a huge number of people, and it's really enabled them to push forward with their businesses, and that can only be a good thing for Flintshire. And we really wish everyone who we've worked with over the past few months all the best.
I'm Niall Waller. I'm the Enterprise and Regeneration Manager for Flintshire County Council, and I've been overseeing the project to start the regeneration of Connah's Quay docks. So we've had a new CCTV and lighting scheme put in across the docks, really to try and improve how safe the docks feels after dark. The docks are really important to the town. It's one of the biggest towns in Flintshire, and this is their bit of coastline, and you know, it's not right that people shouldn't feel safe coming down here. So hopefully new lighting, new CCTV, various tidying up exercises around the dock so that it feels safer, looks better. Hopefully will mean it's somewhere that people are more likely to come in the future.
I'm Mike Taylor. I'm a coastal ranger at Flintshire County Council. So I've come in and I've been networking with the businesses, the community, the councillors. I've been networking with the visitors, the cyclists, the walkers, to see and make sure they understand what's going on, because this is change. And if people aren't informed about change, then there can be quite negative sort of connotations that come out. So we've been doing our best to do that, and then project manage as well. So we've done everything so far from clearing weeds to litter picking, clearing drains. We're constructing plinths to put heritage features on, so big anchors or channel markers from the estuary behind us, and that's like core to what we do as coastal rangers. But we've been able to use this grant on the dockside to achieve that, whereas it probably wouldn't have happened before. In the longer term, we want to run some events down here and justify the whole package. So at the moment we've got local businesses that wanted to do a sort of a dockside car boot or a boat jumble, and we'd like to do probably the biggest duck race ever on the Dee.
I'm Dave Clough, and I'm the coordinator for the North East Wales Rangers group who work as volunteers for Sustrans. Sustrans manage the National Cycleway network, and we look after this North East Wales section, and we make sure that the cycleway is accessible for everyone to use. It's great to see investment in the docks, really pleased to see that. We've helped do some of the work ourselves. We've painted some of these steps that climb over the sea wall here, so they're looking very smart and tidy. Yeah, really good to see some investment down here.
My name's Andy Dunbobbin. I'm the Police and Crime Commissioner for North Wales and also a Connah's Quay resident. We've been part of a team really. There's been a real collaborative effort between North Wales Police, my office, the local authority with Flintshire County Council, and also the fire service in looking at what can be done in utilising the funds that's come available from the Shared Prosperity Fund. Now, and I'm pleased to see the area having £290,000 being invested in CCTV, spruce up the business area as well, the front of the docks, which is really steeped in quite a lot of tradition. So really looking forward to see how this investment will be made. I know what from the data that's shown within policing, it can be a real hotspot for drug dealing, antisocial behaviour. So the investment of the £290,000 into the community is going to make a significant difference to how people feel. How everybody wants to feel safe and secure in their own community. I think it will attract more visitors. We've got the coastal path here as well already, been long established. We've got the heritage trail as well, that goes back some significant years as well. But this could really be the catalyst for other things to take place in the area. So we'll go back to those sort of beginnings, how the area was so vibrant. And I think this will be the catalyst for that.